Hi, guys. It's Real Talk with Tracy. This is what I want to talk to you about. Okay, you see my bigger dog? He's a Labradoodle. Hey. Okay. Listen, I want to talk to you about why you really need to put a lot of thought in before you get a dog. And especially with Christmas coming and the holidays, too many people get dogs and they wound up at the shelters, you guys. People dump dogs every day because they don't understand exactly what goes into taking care of these dogs. Can you say hi? You can. Mwah. Okay, you got to feed them. You have to take them to the vet. They have to get shots. They have to get a license. They may get sick. They may vomit. They may have diarrhea. That's not their fault. They may eat something or they don't feel good. You have to clean that up. You may be up all night with a dog that's sick and you still have to go to work the next day. It's like having a child. It is a commitment. You don't just put them in the backyard and leave them there. That's not a reason to get a dog. Get a dog if you really want this dog to be part of your family. Where are you? Haley. See her? That's Haley. Okay, so she's going to be 11. And I've had her for 10 years now. She was a rescue. She has a lot of anxiety. So every time I take her out, she's shaking. She's good inside the house and she's good in the backyard, but she's not the kind of dog that you want to take to go on a bunch of car trips and take to the mall. And, you know, she was a wreck when I got her, and I knew that. She was found after 4th of July running in the street. Something really bad must have happened to her. She's always been really high strung. But at home, she's great. She's loving. She's sweet. She plays with my other dog that's newer, my younger, newer dog, Max. But she's not the kind of dog that you could just, take to the mall and sit outside on a patio with. She's just not. And I accept that about her. I knew that when I adopted her for $25. I knew that there was going to be challenges with her. Hey, Haley. Hey, say hi, Haley. Say hi, sweetie. Say hi, sweetie. So she's a very, very sweet dog. But like I said, when we take her in the car, she's a wreck. So that's tough. You have to realize if you're going to get a rescue dog or even a puppy that every dog has a different personality, and you're not just going to get like the dogs that you see in the movies and it's going to be perfect. Come here, Max. Also, you have dogs that if you get a bigger dog like a doodle, they're going to require a lot of grooming, brushing. Dogs have anal glands. And in the anal glands, there is this smelly gook that sometimes gets stuck, and you have to bring them to the groomer or the vet to get them pressed out. If not, sometimes your dog will smell like a dead trout. Literally. Did anyone tell you about this? It's a thing. Let's see, Max. What else can we say? They do need a lot of attention and training. They're a blank slate. And if you get a rescue, you're getting a dog that's coming from you don't know where. And so you don't know what the problems are. You don't know what the issues are. So you need to pick very carefully. I've seen people, I'm going to spend $3,000 or $4,000 and get like the most expensive Bernedoodle or something like that. Let me tell you, puppies are hard. To me, trying to raise a puppy is a little bit of a nightmare. They're just a live little puppy with teeth. and they will bite you and nip you and tear up all of your stuff and pee and crap all over your house unless you can train them. And if you don't know what you're doing, please don't get a puppy. Don't get a puppy. Do not get a puppy. It's so nice, the thought of getting a puppy, until you realize all the costs that goes into it. All the costs that goes into getting any dog. Haley got really sick from something she ate, and I'm still trying to get the money from the company whose treats she ate. And she had bloody diarrhea. And that was $722. Plus, I was so worried. I was a wreck, and I thought maybe she was going to die or something terrible was going to happen to her. So I would say, and I don't have kids, but I would say it's like having a child. You're having a relationship with a living, breathing thing. They look up to you for everything. Your backyard needs to be secure. You need to give them shade. You need to give them warmth. If it's hot, they need shade. They need water. If it gets really hot here in California, my dogs come in and the air conditioning goes on. You really, really, really have to put a lot of thought before getting a dog. I am begging you. And the reason why I'm making this video is I am so tired of being on social media and seeing dogs that need homes, that have been dumped, neglected by their owner. Dogs bark. They vomit. They poop. You have to clean all that up. That doesn't magically go away. And you can't expect, if you have a child that's like 8 or 9 or even 12 or 15 years old, to be responsible. They'll tell you, Mom, yeah, we'll take care of the dog. No. Most adults don't even take good care of their dogs. So I really, really, really beg you to put in a lot of thinking, intellectual feelings, intellectual thoughts, instead of feelings with your heart, like how cute it would be, to get a little golden puppy. Think about the reality. Are you going to be at work all day? Is the dog going to be alone? Isn't that going to be lonely? You're only going to have one dog? What if the dog barks all day and the neighbors are angry at you? What are you going to do about that? Are you going to pay for a dog trainer? My Doodle poops more poop in one day than I poop in a week. He is a poop machine. And if you're not on top of it, you're going to have a yard full of crap. So before you get a dog, please, 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 please think about all of this. Take a piece of paper, write down all the reasons you want a dog. Write down all the reasons. Hey, Max. Hey, baby. Hi, buddy. Hi. Oh, hi, buddy. Write down all the reasons you want a dog. All of them. Write down all the reasons and then write down all the things you have to do for this dog. The grooming, the cost of grooming, the actual activities you have to do. I had to get his teeth cleaned. Do you want to show your beautiful teeth? Oh, so beautiful. Oh, Max. It was so beautiful, Max. Okay. So get their teeth cleaned. I go to a clinic, it's $250. What do vets charge to clean teeth? $600, $700, $800, $900 with anesthesia to clean teeth. Okay? You have to get all sorts of toys. And you got to know what kind of toys to get. Okay? So you got to get toys. And you have to supervise this because they can't eat a piece of the toy and swallow it. So you have to know what kind of toys to get. You don't want to feed rawhide because that could get stuck in their intestines, and then you're going to have a $2,000 or $3,000 operation. Do you want to pay for that? So I'm just really trying to bring up to you all the things that you have to think of when you go away on vacation. Here, babe, here's your triangle. Here, babe, here's your triangle. When you go away on vacation to have someone watch the dogs, I put them at the kind of kennel where they can play with other dogs. It's $75 a night here. So when we go away, we spend more on the dogs than our own hotel. It's $150 a night for 2 dogs to stay at the place that we like, for them to stay there, and for me to know that they're safe. You going to have a neighbor watch the dog and then leave the front door open and then your dog gets hit by a car? No. So anyway, I don't mean for this video to be a downer, and I am going to... I love him so much. He's my heart. They both are. I am going to play this again and see if I'm just bitching too much about everything. But I really want you to really take into your head everything I'm saying. Also, their smells. They're dogs. You know, they're not going to smell like lollipops or cotton candy. They get smelly. And when they get smelly, you got to groom them. And now he's going after the pillow I'm sitting on. I'm a stare. Anyway, guys, please, if you're going to get a dog and you have any questions, reach out to me. And if you're not sure that you could really put in the time, effort, and money, please don't do it. Don't do it. There's too many dogs being dumped every single day. People are turning in dogs. You know, it's a huge commitment. And you got to get them like the kind of bones. Hey. You got to get them, you know, good quality bones. Don't get them snacks from China. Got to be really careful. All right. Anyway, I'll play this back. I may have just bitched too much about everything. Dogs are great, but they're a lot of work. Please know what you're in for. Also, different dogs have different traits, different personalities. If you're more of a laid-back person and you can't have time to exercise them, then you need to go another route. Get a senior dog. Get an older dog that just kind of sleeps most of the day. If you just want company. Nothing wrong with a senior dog. Okay, Max. We're going to say goodbye now. We're going to say goodbye. In a minute, I'm going to tell you, my other dog, we had to put down, he was 16. And it was a heartbreak. He had cancer and kidney disease. And I really wanted a doodle because I heard they don't shed. Okay, he sheds like crazy. There's hair all over my house. I'm constantly vacuuming. I'm talking 2 to 3 times a week I have to vacuum because he sheds so much. So don't believe the hype about doodles, how they're hypoallergenic, they don't shed. Some of them do. I had a DNA test done. He's half poodle and half lab. He sheds terribly. They also have floppy ears. You see these ears? The ears are floppy. That means air doesn't get in there very well. So they're prone to ear infections. You have to keep their ears cleaned. Yeah, so you're going to be cleaning their ears. And if they have an infection like when I got him, you're going to have to be on a schedule where you're giving antibiotics and giving ear ointment and ear washes. They may not like it. You still got to do it. Are you getting the point? I mean, I've only been talking for not even 15 minutes, but I'm really trying to bring the point home. So anyway, back to Max. I got him off of a picture, which I would recommend don't ever do that. I saw a picture of him on Facebook and I fell madly in love. And then I contacted the foster lady who gave me a bunch of videos. And then once I saw the videos, I can see his personality. And I thought, this is my soul dog. This dog's meant for me. So I put in an application with the rescue, and I had to beat out 8 other people, which I did. Then I had to pay $450 for him. Then I had to get him because I wanted a non-shedding doodle. Funny, right? I paid $800 to have him driven by Canine Rides from Texas to California. They took great care of him and got him here within, I think, 48 hours or 72 hours, something like that. I got pictures along the way. They're really, really great. This couple called Canine Rides. You can find them on Instagram. But anyways, then he jumped my wall, my 6-foot block wall. So I had to get an extension to the wall in a couple areas in the back so he wouldn't jump the wall. And he came with a really bad ear infection, so we had to clean that up. So there's a lot of little pieces to the puzzle. For me, it's all worth it. The daily exercise, all this, it's worth it. Max sleeps on my bed. I kiss his head. I rub his tummy. He purrs like a cat. Can you believe it? It's the most beautiful thing you've ever heard. But he's a ton of work. So, and he poops on the top of the hill in the backyard. He doesn't poop where it's flat. He poops all the ways up the hill. So I have to walk and put a lot of pressure on my knees. I'm in my 60s and go up the hill. Things you never even think about. Anyway, guys, I do these videos about educational things or things that I know about so you can avoid making mistakes or being in a situation that you don't want to be in. Again, some fantastic senior dogs in shelters, already potty trained. You know, you need to go to a shelter, sit down in a quiet area away from the other dogs, see if the dog comes to you. They have to choose you. You don't just look at him and go, oh, he's cute, I'm going to choose him. No, you have to see if he chooses you. I went really out on a limb and took a chance with Max because I had so many videos from this wonderful woman who I would talk to multiple times. And I already had a really good feel for who he was. I've already had 3 Bouviers, a Portuguese water dog. I've had an English sheepdog. I've had a mutt. So I know what a demand it is to have a dog. And I was willing to deal with whatever it was. But what you don't want to do is get a dog and rehome them. You want to make a lifetime commitment for their entire life. Make the commitment. And God forbid you do have to give them up. You have to do an in-home check and make sure they're going to a home that's going to be their forever home. Okay. All right. Feel free to leave any comments if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. Bye, guys. Sending you guys love. Peace from California. Bye.